Hey, this is Nicolette Moore from NicoletteMoore.com. And have you ever wondered how to set up Twitter in Mass Planner? Well, I've got you covered. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your Twitter account and how to start following and unfollowing the people that are in your target audience. So check it out on the other side. Hey, it's Nicolette Moore from NicoletteMoore.com, and I want to walk you through how to set up AutoFollow with Twitter. So if you go ahead, I'm going to go into my Mass Planner account. You can see my Twitter profile is right here. And so essentially what I did was I set up my account settings for Twitter. If any of you know, I don't do anything on Saturdays. That's my rest day. So Saturdays are just off the boards, period. So I don't have any account activity on any of my social profiles on Saturdays. So that's a really neat feature because you can say, hey, I don't want to post in Twitter on Monday or Tuesday or whatever. And all you have to do is click it and it'll, just won't post for you on those days. You can also randomize your night mode. So you can say, hey, between 10 and midnight and stop posting. So it will determine a time to stop. So it's not going to stop exactly at 10 every night and not exactly at 11:59 every night. Same thing in the morning. It'll start sometime between 7 and 9 to start posting. So those are very cool features to have a very human-like appearance to it. Another thing that you can do is a maximum post list per day. So do I only want to do 6 posts per day? I don't. I'm probably going to put this bad boy up to, I'm going to set this up to I'll do a maximum of 40 posts per day. Just because Twitter is so high paced and there's so much activity on Twitter, you can post once and it's possible that nobody in your audience will see, or very little. And so Twitter is a catch-22 because Twitter can give you a lot of leads and a lot of traffic, but you need to be very, very, very consistent and very present, which is why Mass Planner is so cool for using it for your Twitter account. So, okay. So that's essentially all that really needs to be discussed on how to set up the Twitter account. And you can see up here, all the way up at the top, it shows, this is what I titled the account, and these are my tags for it, and this is my account information. So it has permission now to log in and post for me. So you come over to the Tools section, and we're going to go to Twitter. We're going to click on it. And so this gives us the functionality to be able to follow people, follow back people, unfollow people, and retweet. And so all these, contact, mention, all these things are very important. What I'm going to focus on today is the follow function, the follow back function, the unfollow function, and the retweet function. So I have not started auto following yet. So I'm going to go over all these settings with you and determine how I'm going to set it up to make it lifelike. Now, I always like to add random sleep times just because I want it to look lifelike. And what I like about how Mass Planner has it set up, it says wait between 20 and 60 minutes. So what they do here, whenever you see this, these little sections just simply mean they're not going to have it configured. At 20 minutes, I'm going to start posting again. But they'll say sometime in between 20 and 60 minutes, we'll start posting again. What I will do is okay. I'm going to pause this for one moment. All right, so essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust these settings because my goal is I would like to follow 1,000 people per day until I hit 5,000 people. And then once I do that, I'm going to start to unfollow people. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to determine if I want to do 1,000 people per day and I'm only going to post for roughly 10 hours per day. That's going to be about 100 people per hour. And so to make it look a little bit more lifelike, I'm going to have to determine what exactly my parameters are going to be to follow 100 people per hour and still make it lifelike. So I'm going to put this on pause for a minute and determine what I feel comfortable with. Okay, so this is what I've decided. So in between operations, as in between when Mass Planner is going to go and do the following and unfollowing, Mass Planner is going to wait from one operation. So it's going to go in, it's going to follow a certain amount of people, then it's going to wait anywhere between 33 and 63 minutes. And again, like I said, I like these random numbers that just kind of create it a little bit more lifelike, but they're going to just choose a time. The system is just going to choose a time between 33 and 63 minutes to start operating, to start following again. And so I just put in all sorts of crazy settings, like wait between 14 minutes and 48 minutes after executing 5 to 15 operations. And then each operation follow between 2 to 8 people. And really my goal is to get up to the point where I'm following 1,000 people per day, up until I get to 5,000 people. I'm up until I'm following 5,000 people. I'm not going to change this setting because I already, in my dashboard and in my other settings, I already have it as automatic night mode for all of my accounts. So unless I customize this, it's going to automatically just choose some times to stop and times to start according to what I originally set up. So down here, if you clicked enable automatic follow unfollow, this would actually, from what I'm gathering, it seems like it would actually trump everything that you've put up there. So I'm just not going to click that. I've already put my parameters. We'll see how this works. Now these are the settings that you choose who Mass Planner will follow for you. I want a user that's going to have a profile image. I don't want to have a spam profile, and I don't want to be friending somebody or following somebody who does not have an image up. I wanted them to have a minimum number of tweets. So I would probably say I want them to have a minimum of 250 tweets. I know that they've been in Twitter long enough that that they're somewhat established. They haven't just come and gone. Their bio has a minimum number of characters. I'm just going to leave that as default 15. Bio not contain invalid words. I'm not going to worry about that because some people make their bio all crazy, and sometimes they're fun. I'm not going to worry about the follow ratio at the time, because right now my follow ratio is crazy. So I'm going to give everyone a shot, because I mean, sometimes people are starting up new accounts, and I might still want us to be connected. So I'm not going to worry about these. I will say user tweeted within the last, and I'm going to go down and say I would like them to have tweeted within the last 21 days. So at least within 3 weeks. No, I'm going to go all the way to 14 days. I want them to be tweeting within 14 days. English only characters in the username and bio. I'm going to say yes, because there's no sense. I'm not bilingual. And it's just, you know, I can communicate with somebody who speaks English and has an English name, or uses English characters. I apologize. User is not following this account. Right, I don't want to follow people I'm already following. And I don't want to follow private users. Okay, I'm again going to cross out Saturday. So I don't want to follow people like that. So now these are all the parameters that I set to find my followers. Now, who am I going to be following? Am I just going to follow anybody? Or do I have a particular target audience in mind? Well, of course I have a particular target audience in mind. So here you have follow sources. So this is where you're going to come in and you're going to really customize who Mass Planner is looking for. So you can follow by keyword search, target accounts, existing friends, provided list, Twitter lists, etc., etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do target accounts. And so here I can say, okay, they give an example following twitter.com/Barack Obama. Well, I'm not on the political scene and that's not my target audience. So what I would do is I would come to Twitter and I'll say, I'm going to look for Ray Higdon. He's, okay. He's one of the guys I totally look up to, him and his wife, so I'll actually put her account as well. So, see, I'm not even following him. Well, I'm following him now. Okay. He's got a lot of followers. He tweets a lot. He's very active in the network marketing and home business owner community. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, let's see. Yep, that's what I want. So I'm going to get this this account, this URL, come back to Mass Planner, put that in there. Add account URLs. Awesome. So I'm going to keep doing that. So let me see. Who else would I want? Let's put Jessica Higdon. Oh, that is not who I wanted. Liar. There she is. Okay, let's go here. This is his wife. And so she just has to use a different name because that other girl snatched it from her. So I'm going to snatch that URL and I will also put it in. And I will just keep doing that and I'll add several. Cool. So I'm just going to snatch several of these account URLs and I'm just going to add them. So these are all, and I'll explain to you why in a minute. So let me go ahead and pause this and I'm going to just add all my accounts right now. Okay, so I went through and I chose several lists. So what I love about this is if you're familiar with Statusbrew at all, let me show you how Statusbrew works. Just a real quick example. So I have the I think I'm paying $10 a month for this, which allows me on Twitter, yep, $10 a month. I can track up to 2 data sources, okay? It also lets me have a welcome direct message and a welcome tweet. Okay, so essentially I'm doing that for $10 a month. So, so all Twitter can follow is, or choose, is 2 source accounts. And what are the source accounts? The source accounts are essentially Ray Higdon has a particular audience. And the people that like Ray Higdon are the kind of people I like, and those are the kind of people that would like me. And so we can, benefit from each other. And I can provide them value, and that's where I'm going to get primarily, my leads from. People that understand what Ray Higdon's about, they like him, whatever, they follow him. Same thing with Eric Worre. So these are both gentlemen in the industry that I'm in that that I would get along with their audience. So in Statusbrew, my Twitter account, what I'm going to do here is I can only choose 2 at a time. So if I'm like tired of looking at Ray Higdon and I'm like, okay, well, let me go ahead and I'm going to remove this source. So I'm going to, and I have to manually do this whenever I decide to. I'll take him out and then I'll just add a source and I'll say, okay, well, now I want to search, I want to have Adam Chandler as a source account. And so then essentially, I choose his profile. I'll go as a follower under my profile and look at his people. I'll go to his followers. I have this particular filter already set up. It's going to sync, and then that's going to allow me to follow those people. Well, what's cool about Mass Planner, I don't have to deal with that. So this follow sources, look how cool this is. I just went in and set 14 different accounts that Mass Planner is going to choose out of those to follow the settings that I gave it to find people for my account to follow. And so that's really powerful. And see, it's not going to follow on Saturdays because I don't do anything on Saturdays. But these are going to be the sources that it's going to be looking at to follow from. So the follow back, very self-explanatory. It just says, hey, if somebody follows me, I'll just follow them back. And unfollow is also pretty self-explanatory. So they had, the default was 90 days, but I decided, I said no, because I'm going to try I'm going to try to build up my account pretty quickly. It's a new account, so I want to build it up. So I don't want to wait 3 months to start unfollowing people. So I'm just going to wait 2 weeks. If somebody hasn't followed me back in 2 weeks, I'm going to go ahead initially. Now, whenever I get up to 5,000 people that I'm following, I'm going to come and change this. And then I think I'm going to change it to 3 to 5 days. If somebody hasn't followed me back within 3 to 5 days, then I'm going to go ahead and unfollow them. And so I'm going to pretty much keep these just default between 45 minutes and 90 minutes between each operation. I did add the random sleep time, so it's just going to kind of look a little bit more natural. I haven't even touched anything. I just went ahead and did add a random sleep time. Don't worry about it on Saturdays, Mass Planner. Done. And so now there's this feature for retweeting, which is very, very good because retweeting shows that you're having more activity on your account than just following and unfollowing. And so Twitter is going to like seeing that you're retweeting things because it makes it appear like you're actually on the platform, you're using it, and you're seeing posts and you're retweeting them. And so we'll go over this another time. But so much, for now, I've shown you how to set up your Twitter account in Mass Planner. So social profiles, add profile, create all the information, super easy to set it up. Then you go to tools and you're gonna hit Twitter, and then you're gonna set up the follow. So you set up your features the way that you want to do that's most comfortable for you. I recommend starting off slow at the beginning, especially if it's a new account, because you don't want Twitter to lock you out of your account. The follow back, very self-explanatory. Unfollow, very self-explanatory. And so we'll go over retweeting on the next video, and these other functions we'll touch on later. So that's it for Twitter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to follow up here. So everything's set now. Everything's set for me. Just want to come up here, make sure there's nothing I'm missing. Okay. So I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to press start AutoFollow. So it's going to start at 6:24. Let's see. That's a little bit less than an hour from now. And so it's active. So what's going to happen is as it starts following people, it's going to start giving me a list of all the people that Mass Planner is following. So that'll be cool. So maybe by the time I come and I do this next video for these other functions, you'll be able to see how many people Mass Planner has followed for me. Follow back, I'm going to go ahead and start the start follow back. And this is good because, for example, I just got an email earlier saying I think 9 people had unfollowed me because they had followed me, but I did not, I didn't follow them back because I'm not actually hanging out on Twitter that much. So, so this is nice because now I'm not going to be losing access to those people that that have followed me. So that's really important. And then unfollow, I'm going to go ahead and start this unfollow feature. So that's going to give me 2 weeks to, yeah, it's going to give me 2 weeks before it starts unfollowing the people that are not following me back. So that's it for now. Hey, so I'm going to come back and show you the retweet function on Mass Planner. I said at the beginning of the video that I would show you in this tutorial, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for you. So essentially, here is your retweet tab under your tools for Twitter. And the retweet tab has settings, retweet sources, and then results. So I'm going to go ahead and I kind of customize this. I'm going to do about 8 times per day between 6 and midnight. And every day, randomized publishing timers each day. That means that this is going to change these times every day. And Mass Planner, every time that you see here, they're not going to post exactly at 6:22. They'll go sometime before 6:22 or sometimes after 6:22, give or take a certain percentage. So it's not like right on the nose, 6:22, post. Another cool thing that you might be interested in is if you want to retweet more than 8 times a day, as you adjust the amount, as the more retweets that you want to incorporate, they're going to give you more times so that it looks more natural. So they're giving you essentially 16, blocks. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. So 1 block per time. So it's pretty cool. And so the more that you do, the more time blocks that they give you in between these parameters that you've set. I'm just going to keep mine at 8. And then this shows this shows Twitter that I'm actually engaging and I'm actually doing things on the site. Down here, skip tweets with the @ symbol. This is suggested because if you are retweeting things that have the @ symbol, it's likely that that tweet was meant for somebody, and you might not want to be retweeting messages that really don't apply to you or your wall. So so you skip that, and especially you'll see that any welcome message is going to say welcome at Twitter username. So you're not going to want to be retweeting those. I'm going to keep all these other things default. The retweet, tweets with links, and contain non-English characters. I'm not going to worry about that. Use real-time results. I'm going to do that. If I unclick it, it doesn't really do anything. It will, it does ask you right here how old you want your tweets to be. So 5 days, I'm actually gonna go down. I'll say, honestly, I'll say 53 hours because to be honest, Twitter just moves so quickly. You'd have to be on somebody's page and just be browsing for a long time to find up to 5 days. So I'm going to just go ahead and stick around 53 hours. Pick tweets that have between 0 and 2. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm just going to keep it default. I don't care about that. I'll keep it default. And I'm not going to remove retweets. I'm not worried about it. Days of the week to operate. Again, I'll just take out Saturday. Now your sources. Where am I going to source my retweets? Where are these retweets coming from? Essentially, retweet sources is going to be very important. So there's all these different categories that you can use as your sources. So you can retweet, you can reply to tweets based on keywords. So that's what I did. I've already set a parameter. So on my keywords, so Mass Planner is going to look for tweets that have anything to do, that have a keyword in it: MLM success, network marketing success. Let's see what else I put: MLSP, my lead system pro. So those are my 4 parameters right there. And then what I have right here is my spin syntax. Again, so here, depending on what Mass Planner pulls out of this, it'll say yes, love, and then I think I have this or that. So yes, love this, or yes, love that, holla, love this, holla, love that, kind of thing. So it's going to kind of cycle through and create several unique different phrases from this spin syntax. So that's what I have right here. And then I can go down and I can also put by keyword search, And so I can put in network marketing or other things that I might be interested in. And then here I can also retweet from a provided list. So I can go ahead and put in all those URLs that I had put in before as my source list for Twitter. I could put all those URLs, and so it will be pulling out tweets from those accounts. And the cool thing is that if I have URL sources here in this provided list, and I have this checked off as well, reply to tweets based on keywords, Mass Planner is actually going to go back and forth between this section and between these URLs, and it's going to just pull from all of it. So it's going to have it's going to take from both. So that's awesome. So it's not, you're not limited to only replying or retweeting according to these keywords, and that's it. You can't choose two. So you can do however much of that you want. Okay, so my thing is giving me problems. Okay. Retweets with specific tweets based on tweet URL. Again, you can do the same thing. You can put twitter.com/whatever. I'm not going to do that. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to go ahead with this. That's all I'm going to stick to. And that makes me hunky-dory. And so I can go back to settings and I can start auto retweet. And then after a while, it's going to give me some results on how the retweeting is going. Now let's see if I followed anybody yet. Let's see if we have any results. No. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So I've already followed quite a lot. So some I've followed back and some I've auto-followed. So that's just from whenever, I mean, there's like no time delay. I literally stopped that video, paused it, kind of looked over a few different things, and then went ahead and came to show you the retweet function. So that's incredible. So that's a huge list within less than an hour of followed back and auto followed. All right, cool. So that is essentially all you need to know about retweeting in the Twitter mode for Mass Planner. Definitely recommend you look into that and set up your own retweet function so that Twitter doesn't lock your account. And we will be addressing these other functions at another time. So until then, I hope you enjoy. If you're not with Mass Planner yet and you want to learn how to automate, you want to be automating your social media posts, and maybe you have Statusbrew and Social and Twitter Tweet Jukebox, and you know your things are all over the place. I hate that. That's why I was really drawn to Mass Planner, and so I'm so glad that I did. So if you're interested, definitely you can reach out and to ask me any questions you want about it. And there's also going to be a link below that you can click on to go and get yourself your own subscription to Mass Planner and start automating your social media posting today. Have a good day.
NicoletteMoore.com. Yeah, look. You know she got you, yeah, when it comes to the lead, she gon' lead you straight to the lead generation. It's what it is all about, recruiting all the prospects, yeah, that's what it's shot. She help you with the coaching, you know that she give you the posting, so you could go and move it through the ocean. Cause she there for you, she really cares, she wanna help you grow, that's why she there. So if you wanna get more, you wanna see this what's in store, NicoletteMoore.com, get it y'all.